Good morning and happy Martin Luther King Day. So, since I have the day off, I thought I'd do a video on some chalking today. Today I'm going to use Chalkator's home decor kit. It's basically a kit that you can purchase and it gives you all the supplies that you need to start a home decor project. So this one is perfect for Valentine's Day and for January because you can flip it to one side it says home and then on the other side love. So for next month. So you'll be all ready to go. And then it gives you all these different kinds of choices on the bottom. Love you forever, home and welcome, love is in the air, or home sweet home. So you have so many choices to do with this. It also comes with the blocks and then the little heart and the home. It comes with a paintbrush, so you can paint the wood. It comes with the chalk, obviously. And it comes with these cute little trays here so you can do some mixing. You'll put your chalk in there. And it comes with your little tool here that you spread onto your surfaces. And then basically the transfer. So they provide you with everything you need to get started. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So first I'm going to do is open it up. This is going to be a very laid back session today because I'm here on Martin Luther King Day and it's all about peace. I'm going to take my time on this project and walk you through every little step so you guys have a treat today. So if I cough it's because I'm getting over some sickness, but I'm going to take those blocks out for you guys to see. Comes with a little sticker so you can put it on the little shapes on the wood part. And the wood blocks are actually really nice. So that's pretty cool. This one here, it's got a little chip on it, but we'll make it do what it do. We'll paint over it. And isn't that cute, the little house? So, and then a little wooden piece, and then you put them all together, and then it makes basically a home decor project. So the first thing I'm going to do is put these wood blocks to the side because I'm not ready for those yet. I really got to prep my transfer first before I even get started with the painting. So when I prep it, that means I'm taking it out of the package and then I'm cutting it out and then fuzzing the transfer. So that's what I'm going to do first. So let me know if you've ever done a home decor project like this before and what kind of products do you use, because I'm curious to see. Do you even like the home decor? Because I absolutely love it. I love to do crafts, period. Especially when it's a cold winter like it is here in Florida. And you just need something to do to relax and have a little fun. Alright, so normally, if it was just one little transfer, you take the whole thing and then peel it off. But because these are individual things, I'm going to cut it out first and then put them on my towel individually. And besides, I'm not going to be using all of them at the same time. So let me cut them out first. What I really love about Chalkator is it allows you to be creative. Like you can do so many different things with these transfers and they last a very long time. So you can do different projects with them. Don't think that once you use it the first time that you just get rid of them. You can use them a multitude of times. Like I've had some transfers that I've used for 2 years because maybe I used it one time and then I never use it again. But if you put them back and store them in the right system, you can use them quite a bit of times and for different things. So you really do get your money's worth with these. Because I know like a lot of times we'll buy these things at the store and you'll spend like $9 on them or $10 on them. but you only use it one time. These, you could use them a multitude of times for different projects. You could also, if you wanted to, you could sell your projects at a flea market or some type of event, if that's your preference. Or you could just use it for friends. You can use it for gifts. There's a multitude of ways you can use these transfers. So don't think that you're just limited to one little project. You can do a multitude of projects with these. Just gotta be creative. Alright, so now that they're all cut out, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fuzz them. And what I mean by fuzzing them, that just means taking the backing off of it and putting it on this fuzzing towel. And it basically gets all the sticky stuff off of it so that it protects your surface. So let me pull this off. And I'm just going to lay all these out. Get those ready to go. And normally with this one you would use like a ocean mist, but you know me, I'm a little extra, so I like to mix colors sometimes because I love the color teal. I'm going to actually mix the ocean mist, which is kind of a bluish color, with the green that I have to kind of make a teal color. And also I'm going to mix the red because it comes like with the candy apple red and white. But I'm actually not going to use the red. I'm going to make into a pink. And then do it that way. And I'm only going to take the backings off the ones I'm going to use because I know I'm not going to use You Forever and then Welcome. I'm actually going to save this for something else. But I am going to use the Sweet Home and then Love Is in the Air. And a cool trick too, you can always put the name of the transfer on the back of it so you know where it goes. But since this is all one transfer, I'm not going to worry about it. I know that each one of these squares belongs to this transfer, so I already know what's going on. So make sure you don't throw these away because you're going to need them to put them back. And that's how you protect them. You put them back on the backing part of it where the shiny part is. And then you store them in either a folder or whatever filing system you have so that you can use them again and again and again. All right. And so now, as you can see, they're all on the little fuzzy transfer. I'm going to keep them on there for right now until I'm ready to use it. Excuse me. I'm going to be coughing a lot, like I said, because I am sick. But I'm slowly getting better. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my colors. I'm going to start off with the teal one first, so I can allow that one to dry. So I can start off with that first, and then I'm going to paint one side and let that dry and then flip it over and then do the other side. So you kind of have to have a system to what you're doing for it to really work. So I'm going to use this green, and this one is actually Shimmer Spruce. It's pretty because it's got a little glitter in it. And then also have the Ocean Mist, which comes with the kit. But like I said, I'm a little extra, so I'm going to mix these two colors together. And that's where these trays come on. So I'm just going to squeeze all of this Ocean Mist in here, because I know I'm going to use it all. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the green and then mix it in with that. And let's see what color it makes. That's the fun part. I love art because you're basically like a scientist. You're just experimenting experimenting with different colors and see what you're gonna get. So it's actually a really pretty color. But yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit of green to it just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. But this is what the ocean mist looks like. It's almost like a grayish blue. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of this shimmer spruce. That's pretty green. This I don't really need anymore. I'll put this here to the side. And I'm going to be using these wipes here as well because I'm not going back and forth washing these things off. I'm just going to wipe it off and keep it moving. All right. Now let me see if I can find my little stir sticks, because my stir sticks is what's going to stir them together. So I'm going to take just a little bit of the green. And mix it in with the blue and see what that does to it. And if I wanted to make it a little bit lighter, I'll just obviously add a little bit of white to it. Oh yeah, we're going to need a lot of green for this one. Because like I said, one of my favorite colors is a teal color. So I wanted to make it like a teal. Make sure you wipe off your little spatula really good so you don't contaminate the colors. So I'm going to put a nice little dollop of green on that one. See if that does anything for it. Okay, it's starting to change. A little bit, a little bit. It's getting a little bit darker. But I think I want a little bit more, because that's my business. So yeah, we're going to put quite a bit of green in this one. Like that. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna be pretty. So don't think that if you just buy one particular chalk paste that you're just limited to that color. You can always mix the colors together and make your own color. You just got to do what makes it work for you. If you know your preference is a different color, make your own color. That's the whole part of the game. Be creative. You're not limited to what you buy. You can always make your own colors. And I'm liking that one right now. And the cool thing about it is it's going to dry a little bit darker, so that's going to be very pretty. All right. Plus, look how much stuff I have now. So now I'm going to take my little paintbrush and I'm going to paint the very front of the blocks. And then just let that dry for a little bit before I do the bottom part. Because like I said, you're going to flip it and then you're going to basically have one that's for home, and then for the next month you flip it and then you make it into a Valentine one. Alright, so now I'm going to take my wooden pieces here, but before I do, I'm going to use these wipes, wipe my fingers, because I do not want to get any chalk that I may have on my hands onto my wooden block. Because then you'll have to paint it all over again, and then we don't have to do that. So if you don't like to get messy, this probably is not going to be the right project for you. But if you like to get messy like I do, you're going to love it. And it's really fun, especially if you got yourself a little glass of wine This is not wine, this is coffee though. But yeah, just imagine trying to do this with a glass of wine with your girlfriends and you doing projects like this. It could be blast. All right, now my hands are clean. Let's get started. So, take my handy dandy paintbrush and just start the painting. And I'm trying to make sure it's not too thick, because the thicker it is, the longer it's going to take to dry. So I'm just going to put a thin layer of it on there. Just enough to cover it up, and that's it. Okay. You know me, I'm perfection. I'm trying to get every corner. But, see that? That's what it looks like. So one block is done. I'm just going to put this over here to the side so that it can dry, and then do the other one. I think I'm going to leave one of them white, just because I know that I'm going to use the shape, and then that shape is going to actually have the color on it. Right. Block number 2. And doing the same thing, just putting a thin layer. You don't want to make it too thick, because like I said, the thicker it is, the longer it's going to take it to dry. So that one is number 2. Put that one over there to the side. And then we'll do one more. I always tell somebody, if you are ever suffering with anxiety or depression, try a little bit of art, because it will relax you so much. But do whatever makes you happy. If you're feeling like you're overwhelmed or stressed, find something that's going to relax you, because you don't need to live life stress. Don't let nothing or no one steal your joy. Find something that you love to do and do it. So that's the third one. I'm loving this color right now. And then, like I said, the white one, I'm going to just leave it white, because I'm going to be putting the shape on it, the house shape on it. And then this house shape, I think I'm going to put it as a gold color. But we'll see. We'll see on that one. Now on this bottom right here, I'm going to also leave this one white, but I'm going to put Sweet Home on the bottom. And then I'm actually going to use the same color I already have, since I have so much left. And I'm going to use that color for the letters on it. So it kind of blends in together, because you kind of want to have the same color scheme throughout. So I'm going to just put this on this block real quick. And then it looks just like this. And you want to make sure it's nice and flat, no bubbles or anything like that. And I'm going to just use one of my tools. Put this over here to the side for right now, this paintbrush. And I'm going to use this little tool here. And then apply my chalk. Let's go. And this is super easy. You're just making sure you're covering it up with your chalk. And that's it. And then you scrape it all the way through. Make sure you cover the whole surface. You know me, I'm cheap. I'm going to use every little inch of this chalk, and then I'm going to scrape it and put it right back in there. Use it again. And I'm going to just look and make sure everything is covered before I peel this off. All right. And I'm going to put this over here to the side. And here's the big reveal. All you do is take a little piece off. And then look. Booyah. Isn't that cute? It says Sweet Home. Let me see if I can get a little closer so you can see it. That is so cute. I'm loving it. All right, so I'm going to put this over here to the side so this can dry. And then when you're done with this, you would put it in a nice little bath and of water, and then you can use like a sponge and scrape it off, and then put it back on the little piece of paper that it came in, the little backing, so that you can use it again. But right now, I'm going to put this over here to the side for right now, and I'm going to get it ready for its bath. So now I have all these painted on one side. I have the bottom of this painted, so now all I got to do now, while I wait for the dry, is to do my house. All right, so like I said, let's see, for my house, obviously I'm going to use my little house shape, and then probably the easiest way to do it is to turn it over and then just match it that way, and just make sure that it's covering the whole thing. So it looks like that. So you can see, boom, like that. And just make sure it's covering it and gets to that pattern. And then I'm going to take my gold, and then I'm going to put gold on that. So let me get my gold packet. This is the one that actually comes with the kit. And I'm actually going to use just a little bit of it because I know I'm only going to need a little bit for this. Then I'll save the rest for later. So let me just squeeze this into this little packet here. And anything I don't use, because I know I already have a whole container of shimmer and gold, I'm going to just put it back into my big jar, because I have a big jar. But I'm going to try and get all of this as I can onto this nice little tray here. That's good. Put this to the side. And then I'm going to just take this gold part here with my tool. Put this top back on this because I'm done with this green. And going to apply it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. In the same process, you're just making sure the whole thing is covered up. That is all you're doing. Then I scrape, 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 scrape all the excess off. And then anything I don't use, I put it back. Normally I would put it in a jar, but we're just using these right now. So I'm going to just scrape it right there. I'm also going to use my wipe. Alright, y'all. So I had to speed it up a little bit because my battery died. It is what it is. But in the meantime, I put my little house on that. Isn't that super cute, by the way? Oh my God. And then allow my, my blocks to dry a little bit. So now I'm going to actually do the back side of it. Since my teal side is done, I'm going to make the pink side. So we all know our colors. All you do is put some white and some red and we make pink. So we have my white and then we have the candy apple red. We're going to just mix this joker together. We're going to make ourselves some pink. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Now you can make it as dark pink or as light pink as you want to. It's all about your personal preference, but just keep in mind that just like paint, it's going to be darker. So if you think that's too dark, feel free to add a little bit more white, because I am going to do that now. Because I want it to be a light pink, as light as I can, because I know it's going to dry darker. So let me get my little spatula here. I'm going to get a big old whopping thing of white, and I mean a whopping thing. Look how big that is, yes. And I'm going to put it in there. Booyah. Put it to the side. I get my little mixer tool and mix that up. Ooh, I love this pink, by the way. And I'm just going to keep mixing it and mixing it and mixing it and mixing it and mixing it until I get it into the consistency that I like and the color that I like. And then I'm going to use my handy dandy paintbrush and paint that joker on there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now I don't mind with the pink for it to have like a variation of a little bit of red in it, because I kind of like the ombre effect. But if you're a stickler for it being mixed really well, go for what you know. That's the cool thing about Chocolate. You do what you want. Alright. So now I have my handy dandy paintbrush. Teal, flip it over. White side, and we're going to paint this joker just like we did the teal. And a thin layer, as thin as possible. Oh, I love this pink. I'm not usually a really pink lover. I'm a purple kind of person, but this pink is really pretty. This is going to be perfect for Valentine's Day. And I'm going to use the same pink for the lettering, just like I did on the other side with the teal, so that we have the same color scheme. Boom. And make sure when you painting this, make sure you leave no streaks. Just like when you're painting the house, you don't want to have any streaks. Side to side, side to side. Y'all, side to side, and cover that whole thing. Cover that whole thing. Boom. Boom. Kind of hard to see with my ring light, but that's the pink. Put that to the side. Go on to the next one. And just like this one, I'm going to leave this one white so I can put my heart on it. And I've already done my heart for sake of time, because the last thing I want to do is put the lettering, and the lettering is the most easiest part, I'm telling you. Because the letters are just going to be white. So you just paint that thing, thin layer. And you can use a hair dryer. Chocolate also has a little blue hair dryer that you can use. And I love it because it's very compatible. It's not big and bulky like a hair dryer would be. And it is super fast. So just go like that. Thin layers. Make sure you cover the whole thing. And side to side. Boom, like that. Keep it moving. Last little block. And I'm telling you, the hardest and the longest process of it is mixing the paint and then waiting for it to dry. The process does not take that long to do. Obviously, it's going to take a little longer because I'm videotaping it, but this process is very quick. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not even going to add more chalk to this. I'm just going to use what I have and spread it out. Because like I said, the more chalk you put on there, the longer it's going to take it to dry. Okay, that's done. Boom. So all my surfaces are now painted. I'm going to keep this little paintbrush over here so I can wash it. And now the only thing I got to do is flip this bad boy over. Instead of putting Sweet Home, I'm going to put In the Air. And using that same color pink. Super simple. Take it just like so. Booyah. Make sure it's nice and flat, no bubbles. Take your little tool, get you some chalk, spread it on like butter. Make sure you get all the excess off. Scrape it off in the tray. Same thing, scrape off the excess. Make sure it's all covered up. Booyah. Scrape off the excess and peel and reveal. Let's go. Put this over here so that can be washed. Make sure my hands are clean. Find your good edge. It's in the air. I know it's kind of hard to see right now, but booyah, there it is. Love is in the air. And then let that joker dry, just like you did the other one. And baby, that is done. Now, like I said, the only thing I have to do now is to let it dry. So I'm going to go dry it, and I'm going to come right back, and then we're going to do these letters. All right, so I'm back, y'all. So allowed it to dry. Now we're going to put these letters on there. Easy peasy. Get your little white here. And you're going to just scrape it on there, covering it up. Don't be stingy with the white, because anything you don't use, you're just going to put it back in the jar. I'm scrape that back in the jar, because I have enough now. And I like to scrape it so it's even, kind of like when I'm painting with a paintbrush. I want to make sure I'm covering the whole surface, like so. Anything else I don't use, scrape it back in now. Then I put my little tool over here to the side so I can peel this off. And a cool trick when you're using paint is to leave the edges a little bit loose, so just in case it's not dry enough, it's good to go. So I got my H already done, so I'm gonna put this to the side so I can put it in my bath, and I'm gonna go on to the next one. And that's all you're doing, is you're just putting the white on all the letters. And that's why I said this is the easiest part, because you know you're just going to use this one color for all of it. And that's why I always use this as the last step, because it's the easiest step to do. Don't have to worry about mixing nothing. You just apply that one color and keep it moving. Same thing. Get your edge off. And you're going to continue to paint those chalk on there until you get them all done, both sides. Now I'm going to just fast forward so you guys can see the final product. And this is what it looks like all completed. So this is what I'm going to put on my mantle right now. And then when it's Valentine's Day, all I'm going to do is flip it. So now my house is going to turn into a heart. Switch this over. And of course the kids are going to have a blast doing this. Switching it over like so. So now it went from home to love is in the air. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, like I said, you don't have to use pink. I use pink because I know that's my daughter's favorite color. And I decided to use teal because I know my boys, they like blue and then they like green. So that's why I chose those colors. But you can use whatever color you would like and personalize it. I always say that it's always better to make your own than trying to buy it at the store, because you buy at the store, you get what you get. When you do it yourself, you can personalize it to the way you like it. Alright, y'all. I hope this helps you guys, and you guys can start your own home decor projects and have a little bit of fun and a little bit of creativity. Alright, take care.